What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Love Coach Scott Katamas, and I am coming to you live from the New Living Expo. I'm actually in their office of the owner of the company. So a little bit of an odd background, but there's going to be some really fun people coming in to visit, including Alan Steinfeld, Kimberly Meredith, Anthony and Renee, possibly Daniel Brinkley, and possibly some other friends that we've invited. Swami Steve is going to drop on in. But what's most exciting is he's back. Our beloved Omar Shah is back and looking fit and trim. And welcome back home to your Global Peace Road family.
As always, yeah, it's rather awesome to be back. I feel I've been like on a multi-dimensional journey through the universe to kind of to hell and back, except hell, as I mentioned in the video that I sent, now has an O on it, and everything in the past is gone, so everything new is hello, or as we say, hello. I spell it with an A now instead of an E because who wants to live in hell? So it was an amazing journey. And I know that we're going to talk about it a little bit more, but until then, what are we doing, Scott?
We're talking about it now.
We're talking about it now.
We're talking about it now, yeah, because my first guest is not probably going to be here till 6:30, other than possibly Swami Steve might come by beforehand.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Well,
so why don't you want to start us off with a song? Or do you want to tell us, or do you want to show us Avebury and Glastonbury first?
No, I think
what do you like?
I think I'm going to bring you on the screen with me because that way I don't feel alone, and because you're never alone with schizophrenia. But anyway, there's a silly old joke. I'm getting nervous, so I bring out my old jokes. But what I'd like to say is that going and being in an entropic situation with my mom and her partner, it's just it was a very not a life-full energy. I felt myself as if I had stepped into quicksand. And I think it's how we are when we come into this life. And slowly, every bit of clarity I had was being covered up and covered up and covered up. And so I had to keep on going outside and grounding myself on the grass and going back in and going out for walks. It was literally like going into quicksand and watching the consciousness that I'd accrued for the last decade or so, just slowly coming over my mind. And I witnessed it. And so it was a real, I know that our life is our schoolroom. And especially if you're being conscious about it, all these people joining us, and how excellent. And so it was interesting witnessing my consciousness being covered over by the energy in the house that I was at, my mother's house. And but I made a choice to stay very, very clear, and I made my room a sanctuary, and I'd meditate in it and do all of my mantras, this, that, and the other. And I managed to have a balance and get a new kind of sense of self in the middle. And so we're going to play a song now. Well, I'm going to play a song and not be so nervous and gushy because I'm not that person anymore that I used to be. And
Mm.
and it's
And Omashar, before you bring on a song, I just got a cue. You know, more and more we're doing prayers for our beloveds, and I'm going to put the spotlight on Scotty Satori for a moment. And then Swami Steve just showed up. So come and have a seat, Swami Steve. But I'm going to give the focus to Scotty for a moment because his mom is, well, I'll let you tell the Global Peace Tribe what's happening. And you're up next.
Yeah, so I think she's gonna be a Sunday morning passing. Uh and morale is great here. We got family here and she's comfortable. She's got her pets with her and but yeah, it just seems these sometimes happen on Sundays for sure. But she is everything's really tuned in and good morale here. So very
Would you like us to
good
do a prayer
music,
for?
good food.
Do you want us to do a prayer for her, Scotty?
Oh, just a maximum grace.
Okay.
And I
What's
know
your
she's
name?
gonna feel it.
What's
She's
your
right next door, so that would be great.
And what's your mom's name?
Her name is Dixie.
Dixie. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to gallery view. Let's put on our cameras. Maximum grace for Dixie and her family. Maximum grace for Dixie and her family.
Thank you.
Maximum grace for Dixie and her family. And while we're at it, maximum grace for Omashar's mom.
Yes.
and for you, Scotty, dear brother. I feel you, brother. And thank you for stating it right here now to us. Love you.
Oh yeah, and I know to be with you guys for anything, and that's what the Global Peace Tribe does. We're always there for all of us and lifting up this planet and the world and beyond.
Absolutely. And the power of prayer works, and proof of it is there she is. Eleanor Joy is at the
Yes.
hospital and
Look at
back
these
with her
guys.
beloved Ian. Welcome back. Can you give us a quick report, Eleanor Joy, on how you're doing?
Well, I'm exhausted, and this is still going to be a long, slow process. And I've done more today than I've done in the last month.
Wow.
Not good,
Oh,
but it's all I can do to get settled back in and whatever. Anyway, I'm here, I'm grateful, and I'm so happy that I get to celebrate with you guys tonight.
yay. We
And
love you so
Scotty
much.
Satori, I want to know, where is your mother located?
We're in Castle Rock, Colorado right now.
Okay, thank you.
Well, we're going to bring on some very special juju. One of our absolute favorite guests is with us, and that is the wonderful Swami Steve. And let me take off my background. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. There he is.
Hey,
It's Steve Behrman, also known as Swami Beyond Ananda. Welcome, Steve.
yeah, it's great to be here today as a civilian. The Swami did a show last night, and if you take my time travel workshop,
What's his last name?
All right.
and I'm doing that workshop 2 weeks ago,
Oh.
so that should put you in good stead. And last night I had a dream about two people that wanted to be at the expo this year and couldn't be there. Simon and Garfunkel. Yeah, they wanted to be here and they came to me in a dream. And so I'm going to channel their very special message for everybody here.
Okay.
Are you going to New Living Expo? Watch a sage and have a good time. Remember me to gurus who speak there. They once were a teacher of mine. Show me the lady who's healing with crystals. Watch a sage and have a good time. And the passel of apostles passing out epistles. They sing of the true love divine.
All right. Let's go to gallery view for a moment and give him some good twinkles. Yay. The Swami, the Steve. You can take the Swami out of Steve, but you can't take the Steve out of the Swami or
Oh, that's
something
I
like that.
I'm
You
gonna
like
use
that?
that.
You
That's
like
really
that?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, last night I channeled him and now he's channeling me.
exactly, exactly. Now, you also do some really important political stuff. Anything you want to share about that, about helping us to all wake up?
Well, you know, we have something called the Great Upwising. And it's a 4-step program, which is, of course, guaranteed to work 3 times faster than 12-step. Wake up, wise up, grow up, show up. And this is it's fractal evolution. It's happening at every level, individual, community, and tomorrow the world. And the idea is to really wake up to the illusion of separation. That's the main problem that we're facing. We've been divided into these polarizing tribes, and we are suffering from bipolar insanity or autoimmune dysfunction, where the body politic can't cohere together. So then we wise up to the power of loving coherence. That's the upwising. We rise up. By wising up, we see the bigger picture. We see bigger than this side or that side. We see that there are no sides, only angles. And when you see it from the right angle, we're all on the same side.
I love it.
Okay, so that's what we're doing. And then of course, there's grow up from children of God to adults of good. And we are in that awkward phase called adolescence, right? Because our essence has been addled by toxic belief systems, otherwise known as BS. And apparently we're already using the energy of the future, thanks to our mainstream media. In the future, all media will be run on gaslight. Mhm. You know about gaslight? That is a faintly discernible fog that emanates from decomposing bullshit. Right? Gaslight. And then finally, we show up on a new playing field, ready to play a new game, thrival for each and all. I know I'm proposing a sane world. I must be crazy. But if enough of us join the sane asylum, like they're doing here at this expo and gathering a lot of wisdom and good-natured kindness and so on. And essentially, each of us is a emissary for heaven on earth. So don't wait for Jesus. It's
Don't
like-
wait for Jesus. Swami is much better than Jesus.
Why
It's
not?
Laurie Grace.
Okay, good. Well, thank you. As a Swami would say, namaste,
Namasko. I use
Okay.
that all the time.
Good.
I gotta tell you, I gotta say. So thank
Family
you.
indeed.
Thank
Oh,
you, Stephen.
Okay.
The people are loving, lots of comments coming in.
Good, very good. Well, tell them we said
All
hello.
right.
The show right here.
We're doing it right now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The awakening world is happening right now.
That's Sullivan. Oh, really wonderful.
Have a seat, have a seat. So here's Laurie Grace, and Laurie's going to be one of our featured people on Wednesday night. I should, since she's here right now, I'll just do a quick promo and let us know that on Wednesday night, we're going to do, it's Earth Day on Monday. And a lot of our friends are doing Earth Day events. So we are doing a show on Wednesday night that every day should be Earth Day. And Laurie's going to be one of our featured
you.
guests, along with
Looking
Jane
forward.
Fonda and
Oh, wow.
several other
That's
people.
wonderful.
So, but here she is now. And Laurie, tell the audience what you've been doing here at the Expo.
Well, it's just been wonderful meeting people and working the booth and just a feeling of connection and community. And that's a sweet thing. And I suggest that if you're nearby, come. And we're having a booth on Haleakua and Sunrise Center, which has been on your show a number of
Many, many
spots.
times. Absolutely.
And it's great.
Yeah.
So, and one of my key connections was with Steve Behrman.
Right. Now, on Monday night, we're also doing a very special event. I sent out an email today to all of you that are part of the Global Peace Tribe, but Monday night, we're going to have Danny Sheehan at the Sunrise Center. That's Laurie's nonprofit
Yeah,
organization
come.
in Marin County. So anybody in the Bay Area, come join us at 7 o'clock at night. And for those of you who are not in the Bay Area, please do come online. But you need to register. So it's free. It's free to Global Peace Drivers, which is great because that's a really nice gift from Lori. But you need to register. So take a look through your email. I sent it out this afternoon. There's a link. It's free. Click and register, and then you'll get the Zoom room for Monday night, 7 o'clock. And that's with Danny Sheehan, really bringing us up to date on what's really going on with the whole UFO government disclosure situation.
Yes, and how you can participate and help make it a very viable reality in our country.
And you went to quite a private conference.
Yes,
You want to
I
share a
did.
little bit about what you
I
learned?
went to a Stanford conference and I learned that UFOs, I always thought, well, are UFOs when people get abducted, or is it just a dream? Really, but it isn't. And also, I found out why the US has been stamping out any news about all this. And that's because the US military has acquired spaceships and aliens, and they're studying the machinery of the spaceships in order to try to duplicate it and make it into a very powerful weapon. For instance, unfortunately, a bomb that could hit Russia in 2 minutes. And this is there's so much speed to these UFOs that it can reach the moon in 15 minutes. So, what Danny's trying to do is to see if we can create a peaceful approach, not sort of incorporate all this into a new kind of space war.
Very, very important. And
Yeah.
you've supported Danny for many, many years, haven't you?
Yes. Mhm.
I'm putting into the chat box once again the link for everybody to register, and we're going to take a look at it. And Lori is someone who we've been friends for almost 40 years,
Mhm.
and she's always doing remarkable things to make the world a better place. You'll learn a lot about what she's doing to protect the environment on Wednesday night on our Earth Day
That's true.
show.
Mhm.
I just put the link in, and this is what is taking place again on Monday night. Now, notice everybody, you're used to coming in at 6 o'clock. This is going to be at 7 p.m. Monday night. 7 p.m. Monday night. Danny Sheehan and his wife, Sarah Nelson, really giving us the update on what's going on with government disclosure and UFOs. And for those of you in the Bay Area, come to join us live at the Sunrise Center in Corte Madera.
Yes, wonderful. Okay, so I actually have to go teach.
Go
now.
teach. Thank you,
So,
Lori.
thank
Thanks for
you.
dropping in.
Take care.
Love you.
All right, you too.
All right. So, and we're gonna have friends dropping in like that throughout the evening. Hope you're enjoying it. Wasn't Steve Swami's little song kind of sweet? All right, we're gonna go back to our beloved brother Omar Shar because we are way overdue for a live Omar Shar song. Take it away, beloved brother.
Now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off, and so now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. Love is reaching through hearts of me and you. Our world is waking up. The span is very long. So now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. 'Cause love is reaching through the hearts of me and you. Our world is waking up to our different points of view. So shake yourself free of the past. No longer do we walk in the dark.
Let's all give a big twinkle to Omashar. It is so great to have him back on. And pull up a couple chairs. And that is one of our favorite songs, and everybody loves that song, Omashar. Let me go to you. I'm going to pin you. There we go.
Oh, I feel pinned. Yeah,
You're
I
pinned. You're
I
pinned.
did that because it's truth. It's just truth, and we're waking up to the fact that we've been hypnotized for eons, and it's over. And so this is where the awakening begins, right here, right now. And so thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we're going to have a lot more Omashar, but we have a very special guest. Hello.
Hello, Scott. I'm Joanne Brem.
Welcome, Joanne.
I know.
So go ahead and look at the audience. They're more
Hello,
interesting than I
everyone.
am. And I want
And I'm
them to
actually
see
petting
you.
a dog. I'm
And
petting a
she's
sweet
petting
dog.
Jasmine Bear. Of course, Jasmine Bear is here, greeting everybody in her unique Jasmine Bear way. So Joanne, tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what the services you provide.
Well, I'm a bridger. And actually, I've had 2 careers in the corporate organizational world, mainly in high tech. So it's like I'm undercover, however, an awakener. And I'm having the honor and privilege to work with a top team in a major global leader in, let's just say, the medical technology area. However, in that, throughout the decades, my undercover is a deep, deep commitment as a midwife and awakener to meet this moment, and passionate for decades following the disclosure movement and the point where our little wheel planet is turning with this huge galactic wheel. And we've got to lock in and resonate. And as Whitley Strieber said in his book, The New Earth, that real issue, like megatonnage, is we're not ready to meet it. And I feel great passion around us becoming ready, because look what we're doing. And yeah, that's my service.
So with the people that you're working with, are you feeling more hopeful? Are you feeling like, because of course we all are wondering, are we going to make it or not?
That's a good question.
I mean, it is. It's like, are we going to, it's going to happen in our lifetime, right? So how are you feeling? Are you feeling more inspired with the people that you're working with?
Tremendous. I mean, the evolution, though they could not be in this conversation, but the bridging to what they're doing and I think the key is humans being activated in their purpose. Everything from young starseeds figuring it out in the 20s to beings my age, your age, that are saying, what's next? They've had a career, but oh my God, all hands on deck.
Yeah. it is
So
all
also
hands
the
on
other
deck.
part that is my calling is activating purpose.
Mm.
Absolutely clarifying, activating, why are you here? And the imperative, all hands on deck.
Mm,
And,
beautiful.
finding each person, finding their own wellspring for that mission, that inspiration. Yeah.
I think we hear it all the time, but it's always worth repeating that we really are the imaginal cells of the new paradigm finding each other,
Yes.
And some of us, if we're lucky, we know what our purpose is. We've got that clarity. And for those that are kind of in between, it's okay. just keep tuning in, letting go of whatever's in the way, and then, your purpose, your mission, or your job. And some people have multiple jobs. Some people are like one big job, but it is all hands on deck. And I know that everybody watching, we've got whatever, 50 to 75 people in the Zoom room, but then we go out to 150 Facebook groups and pages. So a lot of people are watching this right now. And for those of you that haven't found your calling yet, what would you say to them?
Pay attention to what uplifts you with great curiosity and openness, and follow it like breadcrumbs. Like, what was the conversation you loved being in when you were 10? And just follow the uplift in your field, because at this point, you cannot do anything, the meaning of work or service, if it doesn't bring you alive. If it doesn't bring you alive, so follow what brings you alive. And then it's about fields of human endeavor. What field of human endeavor amidst the myriad of anything you could get involved in? And the other one is, don't go wide, go deep, and know that other people have got the other bases covered, because you can get really distracted.
That's true. There's so much to do, right?
There's so much to do.
And be grateful for what you are doing. And some of you are resting, and that's okay. If you're in a time of rest, be grateful for the opportunity to be in a time of rest. Our wonderful Alan Steinfeld is bringing in wonderful, wonderful guests.
One more
Joanne,
guest.
thank you so much.
Thank
For the work
you.
you're doing in the world. How do people reach you? How do they
Oh.
find you?
Well, the site wouldn't say this kind of work, but joannebrem.com, BREM.
Okay,
And,
joannebrem.com.
Yeah, or joanne@joannebrem.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joanne.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Goodness.
God bless you.
All right, you.
Thanks, Joanne.
Here,
Excellent.
here is our wonderful roving
I am
reporter.
roving. I am
Yes,
roving,
Alan
Scott.
Steinfeld.
I got some incredible people here at the expo. This is a really major expo, and I want to bring on an old friend who has a technology called Brain Tap that actually changes your brainwave frequency. I didn't even dress up. So let's bring on Michael Porter.
Hello, Michael.
This is Scott Gatamas. I've known
Good
Michael
to meet
for
you, Michael.
years. He
Yes.
had a great platform for spreading information. Before the internet, I knew him, but now he's doing an incredible thing called Brain Tap, and it changes everything. It changes your consciousness, your intelligence, your ability to wake up. Tell people about Brain Tap. Talk right into the camera here.
So for us, over the past 35 years, we've helped practitioners, patients have less stress and sleep better. And nowadays with the phone, the TV, the computer, Wi-Fi, kids with their music and video games, all these things are keeping people's brain out of entrainment. So it's not that you're going to ever get away with them, but what Brain Tap can do is meditation done for you. So we can have people get their brain balanced. So a lot of these people with learning disabilities, it's more brain imbalance and chemistry imbalance. So we can help people.
So how does it work? You put on a
So,
device that has
yeah. So what we're doing is the lights and the sound are pulsing at beta, where we're at right now. As they slow down to alpha and theta, we're able to move the brain waves and then we bring them back up.
What makes your machine, because there's a lot of machines out there like that have sound and light. What makes this so different?
So I would say we've been around since 87. There's about 3 people that are still around there, but what makes us different is we've got a library of about 2,100 sessions. So we're not just doing brainwave entrainment, but we're also changing the thinking. Like Bruce Lipton says, the biology of belief. We're helping people change their beliefs so they can change their biology.
So you're changing their neurobiology.
We're helping them rewire their brain, and like Joe Dispenza says, it's association and repetition. Repetition is what wires it. So as people utilize our equipment every day, depending on what they're working on, they're rewiring their brain just like a person would do with exercise, getting themselves.
Yeah, no, it's great. You should do it, Scott. It's right inside. I did it and I felt quite peaceful for the rest of the day. So it's a way of altering consciously your brainwave activity, and then you could drop into the alpha states.
And Michael, how do people find out about it?
Just go to braintap.com.
Braintap.com. Almost sure maybe you can pull that up for us.
Yeah.
Braintap.com. And
It's excellent. And Michael's done such good work for so many years. You want to talk a little bit about where you're coming from?
Well, we moved to Arizona in 85
Mhm.
from Michigan, where the sky was the limit. We were pretty limited to what we could do in Michigan, but once we got to Arizona, we started discovering all these different things that you could do. But
Like physiology, like
Yeah.
neurology.
well,
Yeah.
it-
Oh, there it is.
And fortunately for me, my dad was a Silva instructor, Jose Silva. So that was something when I got out of the Air Force, I was able to do. But in the 70s, psychocybernetics and a lot of those
Right.
different books were things that I got to read and do.
So talk about the website, Cultivate Your Creativity. How do you do that?
So again, if we can get the brain balanced and more focused, whatever you want to work on and change, we get people to a learning state where they can change their habits and patterns and behaviors. Like I said, we can help people with coping with cancer, with PTSD, with Lyme, stress, pain management, sports improvement, learning, weight loss. We've got 60 different categories.
And it's so affordable that people can do it over and over again and really entrain their brain to go to different states consciously, because eventually you don't need the machine. You just get there.
amazing.
Yeah,
It is.
and we've helped people get off the dementia scale because dementia is a problem that has many different parts to it, but you got to get the brain balanced and self-regulating to heal. And sleeping to heal and recover. So those are two things we
Wow.
can help a practitioner with. You still got to exercise and eat right and think right.
Michael.
Okay.
Michael, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for you. I'll come check it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
Definitely.
here all
And
weekend.
And we've also got a scan where I can pre and post scan you to show you where your nervous system's at, where your stress is at, where your energy and metabolism.
Wow,
I'll
I would
balance
love
balance
that.
your brain and see if you're prematurely aging or not.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So when you get, if we can always rescan you, kind of show you.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you're at,
because I
too.
didn't get but I do want to keep doing it and
Perfect.
eventually actually get a machine to
Mhm.
put myself in there. Thank you. It's really
did it well,
excellent.
Michael.
you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks,
All right.
Michael. We're always good
Yeah.
to connect.
Hey,
Yes.
wait till you see who else we've
Thank you.
got. JJ and Desiree
Come
Herzog are
on
here.
over. So
So that's pretty amazing.
best friends here, and they are here at the expo. We just did a panel, a great panel, Scott, with
Yeah.
Danny Sheehan, where we talked about the future of ufology.
Danny's gonna be, we're doing a whole thing with
You
Global
are?
Peace Club on Monday night.
Yeah, yeah,
Danny's
we're
gonna be
gonna
at Sunrise Center and we're live streaming.
We're live streaming to my channel too?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank you.
We're on
Scott.
your channel right now.
I know you
Oh,
are a new
fabulous.
but let's talk about what we accomplished in this past.
Well, I'd
panel.
like just to pick up where Michael just left off because one of his associates, Dr. Patrick Porter,
Yes, yeah.
BrainTap, is a new colleague of mine, and he actually is using the music of our Academy for
Oh,
Future
that's
Science.
right.
And he just gave us a free machine.
He
Sorry.
did.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
So
I
we
came up
are
with it.
breaking new territory because we worked as composers, musicians, social scientists, and cosmologists. We have many degrees in a common language, which is of music, vibration, acoustical physics, to show how parts of the brain, left and right hemisphere, can be coordinated. And this is part of a higher language training that's necessary to put all the pieces together.
But you know, it also ties into extraterrestrials. I
It
think that's
does.
what's really important, is because basically, yes, we were talking about the fact that they are working with our brains on different levels,
That's
right? I mean, in a certain sense, they actually have shown how they can heal people. They sometimes have even taken people up. In fact, Travis Walton, as you know, thinks he wasn't maybe abducted as much as that they hit him with this beam and then they needed to save his life.
So let's
So
get
they
to the
brought him back up.
basics. Is this telepathic communication or something else? Telepathic communication, of course, normally does not use vibratory signals as we can learn them and be oriented by musical cultures. But we know that the ancients did use music to make contact, and our discoveries, since we published the Keys of Enoch in 1973, is there's a type of proto-communication between the cells in our body on a sub-linguistic level of how sounds can be brought together and orchestrated by certain types of meditation, activated by certain types of
Well,
music,
I want to tell
and then
people.
reactivated by certain types of visualizations.
I know. I want to tell people who've looked at the book, who know the Keys of Enoch book by J.J.
And
Herzog.
Bruce Lipton said it's his Bible.
But I want to just say there's an acoustic element to the book besides just the words.
Well,
right?
that's why we actually came out with a book called Sound, which is available on Amazon as well as on our website, keysofenoch.org, because there's so much
healing and transformation that can take place with sound. In fact, of course, going back to the Keys of Enoch, we started in terms of medicine, they would cut things out. Then they finally used chemicals. And now really they're starting to use sound. There's a company called Novo Cure, which is working with glioblastoma just by having multiple frequencies, not the Rife device, which looked for one frequency to kill this or that. They're actually saying multiple frequencies, but they're just frequencies. They're
Some
sound
medical
vibrations.
geniuses in Israel came up with the idea that if you bring together certain sounds properly, you can cure many of the prominent diseases. So there's a cocktail of sounds that you put together.
Well, what I want to say is, Scott, which is now I know why sound and music is such a big part of your show. I didn't get it at first, but what the Hertogs are saying is that it's a change of frequencies.
Absolutely.
And it's directly into us. So, JJ, you want to give us a little sound because
I love JJ.
He does that.
you're a cantor and
Well, let's put some prayers for peace out. I think that's
Yeah,
so important.
prayers-
People are getting
prayers for peace.
Visualize, as the ancients did, the symbol of the dove, the symbol of peace.
Okay, tell them
And
right
if we
to the camera.
can visualize a dove, we call in Spanish la paloma, a sacred symbol of communication worldwide. In the early Christian movement, they used the dove as a sign of the Holy Spirit, cosmic language. We put the dove over our heads, and all of us as a humanity, no matter how few or how many, can put energies to work in the hotspots of the world, bring about the raising of consciousness, and hopefully through the implanting of new musical vibratory thought forms, change some of the scenarios. Peace, harmony. So listen very carefully. I'm going to sing 7 times an ancient mantra connected in the ancient Hebrew Aramaic with the expression of the Lord or God is here with us as we say our prayer. Listen very carefully. I'm going to chant it 7 times. It's a small illustration of how powerful these sounds can
And
be.
you can chant with us, just be your
Musical training, if we be quiet wherever you are. Listen carefully. Adonai Shema. 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 The 7 seals, the 7 chakras, the 7 levels of consciousness experience are brought together in musical harmonics, where every chakra becomes like a horn, a musical instrument. The 7 seals, the 7 horns, the 7 chakras become like musical instruments in orchestrating consciousness at work, consciousness in social unity.
And let us see this as the energy of the higher powers coming to earth, really to bring us a greater level of peace. I think many people know that when angelic spirits are seen or when higher forces of light are seen, that there's an overwhelming transformation in our hearts and minds. So let us feel that vibration coming. I also like the Om Shanti 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 Om, which is a popular vibration because Shanti means peace. And I think people really also need that now. So
it represents the triple power.
Yes, yes.
Body, mind, and spirit.
Okay.
Together.
We're going to do the
Om Shanti 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 Om. 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 Om Shanti 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 Om.
And let us feel that vibration of peace surrounding this planet and transforming the hearts and minds of those who are in turmoil into one of peace, love, and joy. That's what the planet needs right now.
May the planet go forward in song and celebration, in grace and gratitude, in music and metaphysical understanding that we are musical instruments. And I'm going to say this in recognition of all of the great people who have gathered here for this event. You don't have to go out and buy expensive tools. Everybody has a voice that can be trained. Everybody has the 7 chakras or 7 seals that can be activated. We just have to be humbly aware that we don't need all of this other high-tech
Right.
to be in constant vibrational harmony.
But all life is vibration. And so singing is part of that transformation. And also the understanding that there is a global consciousness field connected with a universal mind, that we can empower ourselves as part of bringing that force of peace to the planet. So no matter what happens in the next months or whatever, be empowered to send love and light to the planet all the time.
This is our message.
That is a great message for the global peace tribe. Isn't that what
That
we're talking
is.
about here, Scott?
You know, I really appreciate that because we can get so locked up in the fear of World War III and the headlines and all the drama that the media throws at us. But to stay centered, as our twin ray friends would say, stay at 12 o'clock and stay centered, holding the vision for peace, regardless of what you're reading or whatever feedback is coming in.
Right, because you don't want to feed the chaos. You don't want to feed the negative energy. You want to keep your own field strong and powerful that will uplift the collective. And that's our mission, to hold it strong.
And it's going to help whether you're looking globally or locally. And I think that's what's so important too now, because, you know, some people are a little bit on edge for various reasons. And if you actually continue to be love, light, joy, put that energy out, you're going to help transform everything around you.
Our website is keysofenoch.org. We have more than 80 albums from great singers and composers from all over the world that put music to work. Open your heartbeat for higher love and compassion. Realize cosmic horizons are changing. And if you have time, Ellen's book is important.
Thank you. Making Contact, which I've done many shows here about.
And we love making
And
contact.
we're going to do more Making Contact. But it's time for the planet to start making contact with themselves, with the earth, and also what's possible beyond the earth.
I do have a question for the two of you. What's a practice that you use personally to stay centered and to come back to center?
Every minute, I'm in a state of meditation. In other words, once you get involved with what I will call the language of light, which is a combination of sacred sounds or visualizations of sacred geometries, and also the ability to think in color continually, you involve yourself with the whole color spectrum. What the Bible refers to in Genesis is the coat of many colors Jacob gave to Joseph when he was about to go to Egypt. There's a whole mystery of ancient symbols there in the ancient codes of that which was collected to be the Holy Scriptures, or the Textus Receptus, we say in Latin. If we go behind the scenes to the science behind the mythology, we see that music and mathematics is central to every page, every chapter in the Holy Scriptures. And that concept of the coat of many colors is assigned to us, just as it is to the indigenous elders, to put on this garment of many colors and many vibrations. And once you put it on, you're living it continually. So there's no time where you take 10 minutes off or an hour arbitrarily during the day. No, you live in that color.
You live in that state.
Well, and that coat of many colors also means we're part of everything and all things. And so that's extremely important. And I also think one of the things that we tell people to do is try to go beyond the emotional body and just the intellectual mind. Reach out and get that overview effect that Edgar Mitchell saw when he was coming back to Earth. But many people are starting to get right now that overview effect, so you see and know what's going on from a higher perspective, not from this earthly perspective.
There's a comment about the Mamos, the Kogi, which we saw the
Yeah.
video of.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say what that video talks
But we
about?
work with them.
Yeah, but what
It's a-
does the video?
Well,
they
the
just-
video, it's called The Message from the Mother.
showed it
I'm sure you
several
have.
times on the show.
So
Right.
what's the actual question is that?
Oh, here, it's
but
just a comment here.
We do feel that the planet is going to be going through changes. I mean, we can stop it. That's what the message of the mother was all about. We can neutralize the problems on this planet. And it's not just maybe physically doing things, it's also consciously doing things.
Yeah. Well, that's great. We're going to be speaking next week at Tangila's event.
Oh,
in
okay.
Scotts Valley. You
Gonna
gonna
be
be
there?
there?
I won't.
No.
Well,
No,
I know.
but we partner with potential
know.
once a month.
I know
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, at Scotts Valley, it'll be us three speaking as well as John Gray.
And we're going to be at Contact in the Desert in May 30th to June 3rd, which is the largest UFO conference in the world. Expect 5,000 people and the best in the field of speakers.
And
So
Saturday night is a premiere of a great new film, which
At
we're
Contact,
in at
yes.
Contact.
what's that film called?
Yeah, it's called Extraterrestrial Species Almanac. There's a book by Craig Campabasso, but then he asked the film to be made. And basically you see aliens winking at you. So you really get
That's
the feel.
premiering at Contact in the Desert.
Real aliens?
Yeah, well,
no.
as real as
Or
we are.
AI.
They look good. They look
Oh, no,
good.
So this is also lessons in discernment that we know
Right.
there are a wide variety of cosmic cultures. There are a few that violate the laws and
Mhm.
ethics of human evolution. And so we have to be cautious, but again, you can so music, positive thinking and psychology, compassion from the heart is absolutely necessary to prepare us to work with our kindred in outer space and beyond.
Mhm.
Realize that we're part
Yeah.
of a cosmic family. We happen to be here on assignment in this three-dimensional body
Right.
to bring
Right.
love, joy, and wisdom, without which we falter and we just go in circles. So this is the time of a quantum change with the higher concept of wisdom and compassion.
It's
coming
exciting,
together.
isn't it? Yeah. Thank
Thank
you,
you, guys.
doctors, Hertog,
Thank you, sir.
Desiree.
I
and
love you
Jane,
guys so
and-
much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the great work that you're
Always.
doing worldwide.
Absolutely.
Peace be to all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's give a lot of love to Alan
Well,
Steinfeld,
I'm
our
gonna be
roving
I'm
reporter.
gonna keep roving.
He's
I have
gonna
to,
keep roving.
and I have to do some introductions here. Lori Grace and this woman who channels Zazar, the
Yeah, I've had her
yeah.
on.
Oh, was she on here?
Not
today?
tonight, but she's
Oh,
been on my
I'm
show
gonna
another
get- oh,
times.
and
Bring
go
'em
ahead,
in, bring 'em
get
in.
your people. Oh, there's.
Yes, we're
Swan.
ready. Perfect.
Okay, okay. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll be back.
Come on in. And maybe and why don't you we'll have him come in on the center here. Whoa. Hold on a second.
Where I should say.
Why don't you have a seat here in the center?
Yes.
And we'll have your I'm gonna sit here. Have a seat here, sir. And then why don't you come on in too, so you can also do any introduction or whatever.
Your channel name is Global Peace Tribe.
This is the Global Peace Tribe. You are now on with going out over about 150 different broadcast partners. I met this gentleman through John Gray. I saw John and I said, John, come be on my show tonight. He said, I can't, I'm just leaving. But the most important person at the expo, you've got to meet him. And so John literally takes me by the hand, pulls me over and introduces me to this gentleman. So we've barely met, but please, I do have your video, which I will play, but tell us a little bit about who you are, sir, and what your mission is.
After starting or now?
Starting now. Go ahead and share with us a little bit now.
About me,
Yes, sir.
I am Vasant Vijay Maharaj. Yes, monk from India of Jainism and Hinduism. I am from the southern part of India near Bangalore, in a place named Krishnagiri. From Bangalore, it is 60 miles away. From Chennai, it is 150 miles away. And we are teaching the people about the practices of meditation, yoga, and living in a peace for life in many ways. I teach people, and I was in penance for 20 years in Himalayas, Varanasi, and many places. We constructed one temple that is dedicated to goddess Padmavati Devi. In that place, Krishnagiri, it is called Sri Parshva Padmavati Shakti Peeth. In that place, now we are constructing 421-foot height temple. There we teach people mantras, yoga, meditation, breathing, and many techniques to change their life and change their characters.
Beautiful. Thank you. Well, I have a video here that your person provided, and we're gonna listen to the video, and then you can tell us a little bit more. Here we go.
Yes, that is the temple which you are seeing. The temple and the whole campus is and we total builded by stone. By red stone, all red stone.
hard with these farming and
Wow, look at that.
the temple and the road are golden rack on a tall road.
Wow.
These are all the temples. That place where I live.
That is just amazing. That's so exquisite.
These doors are all gold plated. These are all the different temples in that place. This is Shiva temple, the Devi temple, and all temples. Nothing but many temples. These are all my masters. These are all my masters.
I see Baba's name.
These are all the basic mantras named Parshvana. All are dedicated to Sri Parshvanatha. I go to anyone in the man is standing there. I can help.
Wow, that's good meeting you.
Zodiac sign plant. Very rare plants for every zodiac and star. Very old statue.
Right.
Not now. Now it's white.
Oh, well, I
That
can
is-
really, I can relate. I get a little bit of that too.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, John Gray, who introduced us, said that you give very beautiful blessings. Would you be willing to do a blessing for our Global Peace Tribe?
In what way?
In whatever way you pray or do a blessing?
Yes, I can do.
Thank you very much.
I am blessing all the people who watches this video by some special mantra, powerful mantra I am blessing. Please listen this very respectfully and sincerely to get the perfect power and result of these mantras. I pray for all of you for your happiness, health, and peace. And I am starting this mantra chanting for all of you. This is my blessings for all of the people who are watching this video. भक्त्या नमामि बटुकं तरुणं त्रिनेत्रं कामप्रदान्बरकपालत्रिशूलदण्डान् भक्तार्तिनाशकरणे दततं करेषु तं कौस्तुभाभरणभूषितदिव्यदेहं तीक्ष्णदंष्टमहाकायकल्पान्तदहनोपमभैरवाय नमस्तुभ्यमनुज्ञां दातुमरसि करकलितकपालः कुण्डली दण्डपाणि तरुणतिमिरनीलो व्यालयज्ञोपवीति क्रतुसमयसपर्या विघ्नविच्चित्ति हेतुर्जयति बटुकनाथः सिद्धिदः साधकानां वन्दे बालं स्फटिकसदृशं कुण्डलोद्भासि वक्त्रं दिव्याकल्पैर्नवमणिमय किङ्किणेनूपुराढ्यं दीप्ताकारं विस्तपतनं सुप्रसन्नं त्रिनेत्रं हस्ताग्राभ्यां बटुकमणिसं शूलदण्डौ ददानं मुद्यद्भास्करसन्निभं त्रिनयनं रक्ताङ्गरागस्रजं स्मेरास्यं वरदं कपालमभयं शूलं ददानं करैर्नीलग्रीवमुदारभूषणगणं सीतां सुगण्डोत्पलं बन्धुकारुणवाससंवयहरं वन्दे महाभैरवं ध्यात्वा नीलाद्रिकान्तं शशिसकलधरं मुण्डमाला महेशं दिग्वस्त्रं पिङ्गकेशं डमरुमतक्षुणीं खड्गशूलापयानि नागं घण्टां कपालकरसरसिरुहै बिभ्रतीं भीमदंष्टं सर्पाकल्पं त्रिनेत्रं मणिमलय विलसत्किङ्किणीनूपुराढ्यं पीतवर्णं चतुर्बाहुं त्रिनेत्रं पीतवाससं अक्षयस्वर्णमाणिक्यं दडितपूरितपात्रकम् अभिलषितं महाशूलं तोमरं चामरद्वयं सर्वाभरणसम्पन्नं मुक्ताहारोपशोभितं मदोन्मत्तं सुखासीनं भक्तानां च वरप्रदं सन्ततं चिन्तयेद्वश्यं भैरवं सर्वसिद्धिदं पारिजातद्रुमकान्तारस्थिते माणिक्यमण्डपे सिंहासनगतं ध्यायेत् भैरवं स्वर्णदायकं गाङ्गेयपात्रं डमरुं त्रिशूलं वरं करैः सन्ददतं त्रिनेत्रं देव्यायुतं तप्तसुवर्णवर्णं स्वर्णाकृतिं भैरवमाश्रयामि ॐ ह्रीं भं बटुकाय भैरवाय देवी पुत्राय दण्डधराय भक्ताभीष्टकराय वरदाय शङ्कराय भद्रङ्कराय भद्राकाराय महाराजाधिराजाय राजराजेश्वराय त्रैलोक्यनाथाय सर्वशत्रु संहारकारिणे महाश्मशानवासिने ये हि प्रचण्ड प्रचण्ड कह कह वद वद घातय घातय स्वतेजोंसुभिर्ज्वल ज्वल प्रज्वल प्रज्वल प्रसन्नो भव प्रक्रम प्रक्रम सर्वलोकराजानां राजपुत्राणां तत्कलत्र मन्त्री ग्राम सहस्राणां मे वशमानयानय वरसैन्यबल विध्वंसय विध्वंसय ग्रासे ग्रासे आकाशमार्गे दिक्मार्गे पातालमार्गे स्वपराक्रमं दर्शय दर्शय सर्वदुष्ट प्रदुष्टान् शीघ्रं मर्दय मर्दय दण्डय दण्डय राम राम ह्रीं ह्रीं क्रौं क्रौं घोराय अघोराय वीर वीरेश्वराय भटकनाथाय महाप्रबोधरूपिणे सकललोकैकभर्त्रे सकललोकैककर्त्रे सकलनिगमगुह्याय आपदुन्मोचनाय बन्दी शृङ्खलात्रोटकाय परकृत्या प्रयोगनाशनाय परमसाम्भवाय भूत प्रेत पिशाच ब्रह्म राक्षस कुला निराकुलकारिणे सर्वोपद्रवहारिणे धर्मार्थ काम मोक्षफलदायिने द्वादशमूर्ते सहस्रमूर्ते आनन्दमूर्ते अनन्तमूर्ते द्विपञ्चाशत् स्वरूपिणे वाक्व्यापार प्रसारिणे नमोस्तु भरतायिने मम कार्याविष प्रविश प्रविश सर्वसिद्धिं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा।
Sitting next to that vibration is amazing. And I hope, and I'm imagining it reached all the way out to everybody. Thank you so very much.
I invite all of you who are watching this video, come to my center in India. It is near from Bangalore, named place Krishnagiri Padmavati Temple, to learn the practices of yoga, breathing and mantras. All can come there. Everything is free there. Accommodation, food and all the practices are free. I invite you all who are watching this video to come and learn the practices of soul realization and self-realization. God bless you. Om Shanti.
God bless you. Thank you, sir. I'm going to put their website and I'll pull the website up in a moment or two. Do you come to the United States often, or is this a rare experience for you to be here?
I'm here second time.
Second time. And how long will you be here with us?
Now I am here since 3 months. Now I will leave on April 27th to India.
Oh, wow. Well, and are you going to be doing more events here in the Bay Area?
No, that this is the last.
This is the last one.
Only 3 days left. I have to return to India.
Well, I'm putting your website up as we speak. And what's your experience of America been like on this trip?
American people are very, I can say, they are suffering very troubles, problems, many relationship problems, difficulties, diseases. The only solution is meditation, and self-realization.
Um,
You can see my YouTube channel. That is a English YouTube channel, Vasant Vijay Maharaj English. So you can understand about me more. And Thought Yoga is a channel which is in Indian language. 285 million viewers visited one channel up to this day.
Wow. So there it is. Look at that. Look at all, and he's on this incredible tour. How blessed we are to have him with us. And this is really his last big event. So how grateful we are to have you with us. And here's the website so my audience can learn more. It's thoughtyoga.com. Thoughtyoga.com. And that's where we can learn much more about the wonderful work that you do.
Yes.
And I'm going to come to your event tomorrow night. 6
Welcome.
p.m. Yes?
Yes.
Great.
We are inviting you, welcome you. Thank you.
I will see you tomorrow night. Thank you so much.
Thank you. What is your dog's name?
This is Jasmine Bear. Jasmine Bear.
Jasmine. You call immediately, it looks you.
Yeah, well, she knows her name, that's for sure. So she's definitely my special companion.
Wonderful companion.
We'll see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
Wow, well, that's just been like a bang, bang, bang. Swami, and then Alan Steinfeld, and Joanne Brum, and then, of course, the amazing JJ and Desiree Hertalk, and then this Indian master that has been with us. So that's a lot to integrate. I'm going to bring up my co-host and partner, Omashar. Hey, partner, welcome back, huh?
Wow, yes, I have, it's funny, I just noticed in the comments that Carol was saying it's a hard country to take, still suffering culture shock from returning. I've been to India 5 times, and the first time I vowed I'd never go back again. And then I kept on getting invited back and started to understand the madness there, how it was actually quite amazing. And I'm looking forward to returning again. And so it was kind of nice to see the Swami come on to with the trust of you, not knowing what he's getting into, watching him melt and then share his blessings. Holy smoke. How lovely.
That, I tell you honestly, sitting right next to him and receiving that, whoa.
Yes, yes,
How
yes.
was it for you as the audience?
As channeling all the audience, I think it was excellent. I've never heard a mantra blessing recited so fast and so perfectly. It was just a direct charge of energy, and you take away any pre-judgment of anything and just receive it, and you could feel it. So yeah.
And again, you know, the way I connected with him was through John Gray, and John Gray is one of the great been around the world, met everybody kind of guy.
Absolutely, yes. To get that recommendation is, it's top shelf. So
And
there
you
it
should
is.
have seen John. He literally, when he saw me, he said, "Scott, this is the person." He took me by the hand and pulled me all the way into the exhibit hall, all the way to this guy's booth, because he really wanted to make sure that we presented him on the Awakening World tonight.
Yeah, perfect. What a blessing we just had.
Well, I think it's time to integrate, and my favorite way to integrate is through an Omashar song.
All right, here we go. So you don't have anyone in the wings right yet?
Nope, it's all you, buddy.
Okay, man. So all righty, got to change some things here. Let's do this one. Oh, and I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here.
All right, I think we're ready. We are. So I'm going to meet you. And action. It's the driving force of us, the way of the universe. I am. Radiant sunrise is why we're here. Heart streaming light into our atmosphere, where life is dear and love will free us all. I am the trees, I am the soil. Heart, I am your soul. It's in every one of us, the heart of us all. I am. It's the driving force of us, the way of the universe. I am. Radiant sunrise is why we're here. Heart streaming light into our atmosphere, where life is dear and love will free us all. It's in every one of us, the heart of us all. I am. It's the driving force of us, the way of the universe. I am. Radiant sunrise is why we're here. Heart streaming light into our atmosphere, where life is dear and love will free us all.
Wow, beautiful. It's all kind of a big twinkle to Omashar.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. It's funny. I saw Frode coming in during the song.
Hey, Frode is here. All
I
right.
know. He just woke up in Norway. It's like the middle of the night there. Well, actually, middle of the morning. So it's always good to see him.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
brother.
You know what? I would love for us to have you share with us a little bit about your adventures in Avebury and Glastonbury.
Well. So how many years do we have?
How many? Well, right now, I never know who's going to come through the door.
So what? How about shall I play the little video or?
Yeah, why don't you play the little video and set it up for us?
So I will. Beloveds, I just had a beautiful time with my mother. Obviously, that's another story. And someone actually in the chat was wondering how that was, and I found that she is almost completely blind, can hardly move, is getting really pre-dementia and just messed up completely. However, I just breathed love into her every single day and did breath work with her and help her stretch her legs. And after about a week, it's almost like where are we here? That's put me on. After about a week, it's almost like she came back to life again. There was more hope in there. And I mean, I literally focused everything that I could upon her. And the biggest thing I found was her breath. Her breath was so shallow. And by expanding her breath, I found that she got some hope in her life again. And that was pretty amazing. And so that's kind of that at the moment. She's not gone yet. She wishes she did not have this part of her life to live. She said, I could have really done without this part of my life. However, for some reason, we remain right in our bodies, and it's not really up to our little self to decide when to pop our clogs. It's more, our higher self, our mighty I am presence, which says, okay, now's the time to go. So anyway, I went from there to at the very end of the time, I carved out a couple of days, and I went to Glastonbury and Avebury, and they're both on ley lines. And hands up those of us who know what ley lines are. Oh, okay, most of us. So I'm just going to do a bit of screen share, and Scott, tell me if someone walks in the room that I need to pause stuff for, okay? And what I would like to show you first is this, which is, let's see how this goes. And there, and we're going here. Oops. Move the bar. So can you guys see that all right?
Yes, we can.
So this is a map of sort of how the ley lines are in the world. This is a very basic one. There's a gazillion of them, micro like that. And of course, these ley lines not are only around the world, connecting all of the sacred sites, they are running through our bodies as well, through our chakra system and everything. You're going to see my screen here. What else do we have here? So next to that was, this is the ley lines in England. And so can you see my cursor? It's not cursing, it's just moving.
We see it, we see it.
And so anyway, there's ley lines running all the way up through England, and of course every country in the world and every sentient being in the world. But this is called the Michael and Mary line, which runs up all of the way up through England, but it runs up through Glastonbury, Tor, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and TOR, and it goes straight to Avebury, which is a massive great stone circle, which of course the Twin Ray talk about because it's connected directly to Mount Shasta and some of the ley lines up in Ashland. And so that's just my thing of that. And so first I went to where are we? This place. And so here we have an aerial view of Glastonbury Tor, and the ley line really runs right through it. This is St. Michael's Mount, and this is the remnants of a chapel up there dedicated to Michael, St. Michael, Archangel Michael. So his presence hangs there often, and I'm trying not to rush this, but I'm aware that someone might walk in.
No, take your time. Take your time.
Good.
You're doing great, and this is as interesting as anything. So
It is. Thank you, brother. And so this is from the side that I walked up on too, and Glastonbury Tor. You know, it's a really, really powerful place. And what I'm going to show you now is a little video I put together of. Okay, before we go there, there's a bit more. This is Avebury Stone Circle, and this is the whole stone circle. And there's a village in between, a village in there, and a road running through it. And this is one of the biggest stone circles in Europe, and it's very, very powerful, palpably powerful now. And I know Scott visited here with his beloved many years ago, and actually stayed in one of these little cottages here.
Yeah,
I think it's carved into the wall. Scott was here. And, so whenever I'm there, I go there every time I visit England, and I remember Scott at the same time. And so this is how it was when it was originally created. And so you have this massive great stone circle. these two circular things here and ways in and out. And so it was very revered and venerated by the Druids and anybody and everybody who tuned into the energy of the planet and what was happening there. But it's as powerful now as it was then, even with the road running through it, etc. So I'm going to play now a little video that
sorry, quick question. That the image that we're looking at right now of what it used to look like, when do they think that was? Like, when do they think that historically this was?
I don't know. I haven't looked back that far into it. I just know that most of these stones now are actually have been broken up, and they built the houses that are in Avebury. I don't have a timeline on that for you. I could make one up, but I won't. So I made a little video of when I was going to Glastonbury. I went in. I found this amazing little town. It was like stepping into Harry Potter's the world of Harry Potter. It was a place called Middlewich, and it was a farm that had cottages on it, and I rented a room there, and not knowing that it was like a stone's throw away from Glastonbury. And so I'm going to show you a little video I made now, and there's a bit of wind noise occasionally because it was really gusty windy there at that time, but it's a beautiful video, and halfway through it switches to Avebury, and I met a new shaman sound healer called Amanda Waring, who I met through Ben Bowler's Unity Earth Zoom call every week, and she turns up, and we befriended each other, and she drove up from where she was in Chichester and met me, and we had some ceremony there, and this video will prove it. So here we go. Let's go here and just make sure we have the sound on, which is share computer sound. There we are. Tell me if this is playing all right, Scott.
I will.
Here we are.
Playing perfect.
Quintessent village called Glastonbury, and this is just outside Glastonbury, and it's the most amazing. Look at that place that I'm staying for a night. Just this typical classical English old countryside. And this is a precursor, if you want to call it that. But up there is the Tor, which is Glastonbury Tor, St. Michael's Mount, St. Michael's Church. And I'll climb that later this afternoon, and I'll give you a little view of up there. So, beloved Awakening World, Global Peace Tribe, this is Omashar, that would be me. We are off. I've decided to walk the back way to the Tor in Glastonbury, across this, oops, try to not make you seasick with my camera. So we're walking, look at these sheep, meh. It's spring, and spring has sprung. And so up here, I've never been this way to the Tor. The Tor, of course, is this place. It's a couple of miles away. It's going to take me 35 minutes to walk there. This is most unexpected. I'm halfway to the Tor, and I'm suddenly in Peru. Look at this guy. It's a llama.
That's amazing.
It ain't a big sheep, it's a llama. See, the Tor is up there, touring away. And it's a really friendly llama. And on my left, hello llama. Goodness me, can you believe it? Hey guy. Hello, Michelle. Got any food for me? And right over here, whoops, trying to be a good camera being, there's another llama. Llama! Hello! Look at this guy, isn't he beautiful? Wow. Didn't expect to see this in an English countryside. He's electric fenced in, so I guess he would take off if not. But anyway, bye. This one here is it's called Dalai. It's the Dalai Lama. And then there's another white one over the back. That's called, I don't know, Dolly, the Dolly Lama. And a lovely horse, of course. Well, I've found myself across several verdant pastures and stinging nettles and across hedges to the back way to Glastonbury, and somebody has put along the fence line here, love, joy, hugs. And then a little bit further it says, now grow peace. How sweet is that? And look up there, it's the magic garden, it's the magic entrance. Beautiful. All right, I've got a crazy hike up the mountain, and well, it's a large hill. I'll see you at the top. Love you all. Right, so this is the exciting bit. We being me, that's the royal we, have climbed to the top of the mountain-ish, and look, there's just a few steps more, and I'm not puffing and panting because I'm super healthy and all that, but this is like a real step master, a medieval step master. That's why all those Roman gladiators had those sexy legs and thighs. I didn't say that. Anyway, no comment. But look, here's the tour. Here's St. Michael's Mound. Archangel Michael hangs here sometimes. Anyway, it's pretty beautiful. It's monumental, and it's standing straight on the ley line, which some people call a dragon line, and the Aborigines, I forget what they call it, but it's also called a worm line, and it runs from here, the Mary and Michael line, all the way through England, from down south across to Avebury. Well, I shall be tomorrow, and I'll do us a video from there. As you can see, I'm puffing and panting, but let's just go up, shall we?
Oh, sure, I'm loving this. You have a new profession ahead of you as a tour guide. And here we are coming up. We made it to Michael's temple.
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
In a minute it gets a little bit windy, but it's worth watching. And then we get a beautiful song from a being that I found inside this temple. Well, something always special seems to happen when I come to Glastonbury and come up to the tour. And I walked into the chapel here, and there was a beautiful woman called Manu and her daughter Sky singing, and she sang for us and gave us permission for the Awakening World to have the song on our show, Scott's show, our show. Anyway, I shall splice it into this collage. In fact, there she is. Look. Come and say hello.
Hello, beautiful.
So I'm going to splice your song in with this after it, you see. I was just saying how something magical happened when I came to, every time I come up to the tour. And so, Anu and Sky.
Sky,
yeah.
She wants Mummy to keep moving.
There we go. So there we go. Bye. just arrived at Avebury, and this is the beginning of the Stone Circle. And I have a new friend, and we met on the Unity call. Is it Ben Bowler instigated that? And it's my now good new friend called Amanda Waring, and she is a shaman and a sound healer, and here she is, and she's
Hello, welcome to Avebury. May you feel the resonance of the stones and the drum and the heartbeat of Mother Earth and beautiful Omashar. It's gorgeous to be here.
It is. This is such a trip. Awakening World folks, Scott, Global Peace Tribe. And so we're going to do a bit of ceremony here. I've just come from, yeah, that's me. I've just come from Glastonbury, the ley lines, the dragon lines, the worm lines there. And so we're here standing in the ley lines of Avebury. And of course, those of you who tune into Scott and the Twin Ray know how important this place is. So we'll stop now, do some ceremony. We might ascend, but hey.
See you on the other side.
Exactly. Break on through to the other side. Except we're not breaking on through, we're walking through with an open heart. Ta-ta. This is rock number 1. We've decided to start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. And these rocks are so, the power of these rocks is palpable. These stones, it's like they're acupuncture points, and these are all needles in the acupuncture point. And so we're just going to go over this way. I have a camera being now. That's awesome. No selfies anymore. And so you see, this is, I'm not too sure where the ley line runs through here, but I believe part of the ley line actually runs right along this stretch of rocks here. The circle is huge. It's, I mean, it's like completely massive. There's a village in the center of it, and there's a road all the way through it as well. So anyway, we're going to say, we're going to carry on with our ceremony. And beloved Amanda, you can press stop.
So we're feeling the heartbeat of Mother Earth here. We're allowing the sound waves of peace to reverberate through all humanity. May we feel the heart resonance throughout the world. May Mother Earth feel the blessings of the drum as we heal each other, one to one, each other to each other, mother to father, father to mother. Blessed be.
So we are at the other side of the henge. There's a road in between, as you can hear by the lovely traffic. Actually, there's a spacecraft, but it's really powerful on this side, and we're just going for a, we've been stopping at every stone. There's only about 4,096, so we'll get it done within the next year. Anyway, love you all. And of course, Scott came here with his beloved, didn't you, mate? And actually stayed in one of these cottages. Excuse the noise, because of course the wind is beautiful. So this is at the edge of Avebury Stone Circle, and these are really ancient hawthorn, an ancient hawthorn grove. It's like really absolutely beautiful and powerful. It's spring and the leaves haven't come back yet. However, people come here and they put their prayers everywhere, tie their, I'll show you some. It's a bit windy, I might have to cut the soundtrack out, but there's a gazillion prayer ties on the ground here, all everywhere. So there's love in every one of these ties that have been put here over the years. And yes, there's my yellow shoes, because we have gone bare feet. We have gone au naturel. Look there, au naturel. Because how can you walk around a stone circle or on the roots of something so precious and beautiful without connecting to it with thine own body? Yep, we're on Sleeping Rock now. This is lying down on a rock, which is lying down, so it said, come and lie on us. And so, good night. So this is the remaining part of the circle. As you can see, it's pretty stony out there. And having a lovely time here.
So this is one of the initiation stones where you would sit here and receive your initiation, as Omishar's doing, from the sun and the earth and the cars, and also giving you permission to then enter into the circle. This was part of this for some traditions. Very powerful stone, the two stones here like a gateway. Yeah, beautiful. You'll see just around here. Oh, amazing.
All right, so this is the wrap-up video. This is Omi and Amanda saying ciao bella. And these are the last few rocks here.
Yeah.
Stones, sacred stones behind me. But there's some people who haven't given me permission to put them in, so I'll move it around there. And they're gone. What you get here is a lot of rock huggers. And there's two of them right here. So
And
ciao.
rock sleepers.
Rock sleepers. Bye.
Lots of love.
Love
Bye.
you.
That was fabulous. That was absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, that was so fun putting it together. I was so grounded and so open. And it's funny when you're like that, because the energy just flows through you and it becomes very easy to talk and be relatively eloquent. It was a lot of fun. And that woman, Amanda Waring, is just an amazing being. That's the tip of the iceberg of who she is. So, yeah.
So a few days ago on the Unity Earth call, she talked about being with you. She came onto Ben's call and spoke. I saw Omashar, was all excited. I was with Omashar. It was like seeing a UFO. So while you did that, I pulled up a little bit of memory, which I'll share back with you.
Beautiful, man. Thank you.
So there is my beloved wife, Suchi, who of course passed away. And I'm sure those stones look quite familiar to you.
You do.
She's with our little unicorn Serafina, who I still have. That's the bed and breakfast that we stayed in. And I'm pretty sure I saw that.
You can click the arrow above it, make it wide on the right.
Right. Yeah, thank you. There we go. Is it wide now?
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah. So there's the little place where we stayed.
That is where I thought you stayed, because we just showed you.
You just showed it. Exactly.
That, brother. Wow.
You were so tuned in. And of course, it's a chance to see my wife bundled up because it was cold that day. And there I am with one of the rocks. Yeah, so it's just, there's something very meaningful for me that you were there, and brings back these very powerful memories. This was on our honeymoon. We called it the Honeython, and we went to 8 countries, including England. So
beautiful,
it's been really beautiful to see you travelogue. And there were some great comments that came up, but my favorite one was I think it was Michael said, as you were walking up the tour, almost to St. Michael's, it said, "Watch out for the archers." I thought that was a rather clever comment that came in.
Oh, wow. I'm so humbled. I'm so grateful that we got to share that together. And it meant so much to me. And we're all a part of the weaving. You know, we're all, none of us is above another, and we're just sharing everything in our lives with each other as much as we can within this format. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of our beloved family here.
And there's a lot of comments coming in right now.
I'll look at them in a little while. There's like 3,047,000. So
yeah, there's a lot coming in, but the bottom line is people are really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Yeah. So
who's next? Anyone up there for
No, it's just me and Jasmine Bear. Probably there'll be like 5 people come in at once. Eden Amadora just texted that she's going to drop by.
Oh, brilliant.
I think another Omashar song would be wonderful if you don't mind.
I do not mind. I'm just getting it dialed in here because that's what we do. And then I shall read the comments.
Yeah, there's a
Okay,
lot.
we got to have a suitable backdrop here. So it's going to be this one. Yes. And change the audio to pro audio. This. Thank you for putting up with me.
Oops, I think we're ready. We're ready. Oh no. Okay. Contemplating everything I knew. Seems as though there's not much left that I would hold on to. Contemplating what is pure and true. Sun and moon and stars and light and earth and water too. We are rising, soaring, flying, living life so free. We are flowing, changing, growing, loving all we see. Glad to know we're coming home again. Open hearts and open doors and loving friends and open minds. Look at the one who's standing by you now. Chair dancing, destiny is in our hands, so leave the density behind. We are rising, soaring, flying, living life so free. We are flowing, changing, growing, loving all we see. Turning to the face of those who need the light of truth to help them turn the other cheek and turn around. Lift each other up into the highest point of view so that together we can move to higher ground. Contemplating everything I knew. Seems as though there's not much left that I would hold on to. Contemplating what is pure and true. Sun and moon and stars and light and earth and water too. We are rising, soaring, flying, living life so free. We are flowing, changing, growing, loving all we see. Turning to the face of those who need the light of truth to help them turn the other cheek and turn around. Lift each other up into the highest point of view so that together we can move to higher ground. Contemplating everything I knew. Seems as though there's not much left that I would hold on to.
Let's go to gallery review and give a big twinkle to Omashar for that travel log he took us on to Avebury and Glastonbury and the tour, and of course for all this beautiful music. It's so good to have you back with us, brother.
It's lovely to be here. I feel at home. What a concept.
Well, this is definitely your Global Peace Tribe family for sure. And what a beautiful family we are all blessed to be part of.
Yes.
Well, nobody else has come in. So this might be a shorter show, but a reminder that we do have two very significant things coming up. And I mentioned them already before, but I'm going to bring it up again. On Monday night, a special event, and you don't want to miss this. Any of you that are really interested in UFO stuff, Danny Sheehan is incredible. This guy goes all the way back. He's a lawyer who for 50 years has been representing the people that need support against the big guys. He represented Karen Silkwood. They made a movie about her. She was murdered because she was a whistleblower who knew about what was going on with not having enough safety standards. And she was literally murdered. Meryl Streep played her in the movie. Danny was her lawyer. Danny also represented Daniel Ellsberg, who released the Pentagon Papers. He was the legal representation for the indigenous tribes during the Standing Rock drama that happened a few years ago, fighting against the oil pipeline. And now he's representing the whistleblowers who have come forward and are sharing all the UFO secrets that our government has been hiding. He's an incredible guy, and we are going to be with him on Monday night, live at the Sunrise Center in Corte Madera. But of course, I'll be live streaming it out to everybody here. But it is important for everybody to register. It's free. We're providing this as a free gift for our Global Peace Tribe family, but it is important for everybody to register because it's a different link. It's not one of the typical links. So I'm putting into the chat box one more time the link to register. Everybody, please do that. We just need your email address, and then you'll get an email with the Zoom room link for Monday night at 7 p.m. So that's going to be very, very special. And then on Wednesday night, it's going to be a longer show. Tonight's a shorter show than usual for a Saturday night, but we'll make up for it on Wednesday night because we've got some amazing presenters as we celebrate that every day is Earth Day. Lori Grace, who you saw, is going to be with us. But our primary speaker is Sylvie Rokop. And Sylvie, you saw her last Saturday night. She has put together this incredible summit with Jane Fonda, Marianne Williamson, and several others. And she's going to be showing kind of the highlights of her summit. So we're really excited to have Sylvie with us. And we're going to have extra music. We'll have Omashar back, and also Jesse Epp will be providing music. And it looks like I'm going to add a couple more presenters as well. So Monday night and Wednesday night are going to be very, very special shows. And also put down on your calendars, I've confirmed that on Wednesday night, May 15th, Marianne Williamson is going to be my guest. And it's going to be a full, just you and I and Marianne chatting. And she's going to be announcing the launch of her new book. I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but I'm going to tell you. It's all about the mystic Jesus. And she's going to be announcing her new book on the awakening world. So that's very exciting. So make sure you put May 15th on your calendar. You don't want to do anything else, but you want to be watching Marianne on the awakening world that night. So that's some of what we've got coming up. Omashar, anything you'd like to share?
It sounds phenomenal. Whilst you were promoting the next few events of ours, I was reading the chat. It's like there's so many. I was going not dyslexic, but they're amazing. Thank you so much for the comments. And I've saved the chat so I can read them offline later. And I'm glad you're there doing this It's actually, we've been an hour and 3/4, hour and 50 minutes. So
It's not bad. I mean, usually our shows go till 8:30. We don't, I didn't line up at KES Hilo tonight because I
Well,
don't know how the show is gonna flow.
who knows? But I also know they're having a big VIP dinner at the same time, and so those
Exactly.
guys came out and they had to do away with their roast pigeon and quail and all that kind of stuff they eat at the gala dinners, or the fake ones anyway. So yeah, it's been a beautiful show. It's been lovely. The guests we've
It's
had
been
are
fun.
great, and I got to share, so I feel replete with sharing and all that. So yeah, thank you for the welcome
Great.
home.
Well, thank you, Omashar. We love you very much.
Love
Thank
you.
you, everybody, for watching. And we will look forward to seeing you on Monday night for Danny Sheehan. And then, of course, on a regular Wednesday night, Awakening World. And
We do a
one more
gallery view.
time, let's just all welcome Omashar back one more time. I'm going to go to gallery view. And just, it's so good to have you back, Omashar. We love you so much.
Thank you. I love you guys so much, and girls.
All right. Keep the prayers going for Scotty and his mother.
Yes.
Prayers continuing for Eleanor Joy. She's back home, but still needs our love. So maximum grace for Eleanor Joy.
Have we heard from Piper at all?
Oh, yes, we have. So Piper went through a tough time. Her main oncologist and the team she was working with, there was some issue with insurance and they stopped working with her. So she had to put together a new team. They have found another mass. So Piper's, it's a hard time for Piper. So let's keep her in our prayers.
Yes.
So yeah, maximum grace for Piper.
Yes.
Maximum grace for Piper.
Yes.
And she's probably watching. She said she's been watching our shows, but she's been a little shy to
Yeah.
actually come into the Zoom room.
It's okay.
So Piper, if you are watching, we
Love
love you
you.
so much. And we know you are going to make it through this incredible crucible that you're going through. And you're going to be back with us stronger and more Piperish than ever before.
All right.
Thanks for asking about her. Good call.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Much love. See you soon. Take care, everybody. And good night.